Hey gun people, want to do go over a couple of things here. I need to make a couple cop story videos, so I figured I'd cover the Russian crisis right now. And I don't think it's a Russian crisis, I think it's a failure of America because we got that terrorist Muslim in the White House. So I'm on the Drudge Report and I'm just reading, and I'm going to explain a couple things about military tactics and kind of protocol that most people who aren't in the military may not know. People who have been in the military kind of knows. But anytime there's a war, there's conflict. There's going to be friendly fire where you end up shooting your own guys. There's going to be accidental shoots down, accidental shooting allies. I mean, that's just part of war. You get out there, it's uncertain. So I'm looking at the headlines on the Drudge Report. Of course, Russian helicopter shot down. Anti-tank gun that shot down a helicopter was American with English writing. Evidently, if you look at the video, you can see that I think they used a tank weapon, anti-tank weapon. I haven't seen the video yet, but from what I'm reading and hearing about it, it sounds like a law, what they used to call a law, light anti-tank weapon. And it's a shoulder-fired weapon. But, I mean, we're given, think about this. The U.S. is providing Muslims, oh, I forgot, they're friendly, peaceful, moderate Muslims, even though they yell Allah Akbar every time they blow some up or kill innocent people. They're friendly, moderate, peaceful Muslims. We're giving them advanced weaponry. A damn citizen can't even own an automatic weapon, and we're giving other countries these $1,000 weapons to shoot down tanks and aircraft. Okay? Get the logic there now. This is logic. We can't trust our own citizens with guns, but we're going to give everyone else guns, and we're going to have a lot of guns as a government, but the citizens, they can't be trusted. They're responsible. So you're looking at, oh no man, are you kidding me? My damn titles just went down. Alright, US-backed Russian pilots shot while coming down. There's no Geneva Convention, there's no rules of war. I'm kind of at the asset when I want my enemy. I don't really believe in the rules either. If you make me your enemy and I got to fight you, I'm fighting to win. But in the military and in the countries, they have, you know, the Status Force Agreement, there's the rules of engagement, there's the Geneva Convention. Everybody kind of agrees to go by these rules. And one of the rules is you don't shoot paratroopers, especially if they're jumping out of a plane that was shot down. You don't just kill them because they're a sitting duck. You know, you get 8 guys on the ground just shooting at them like, you know, we're going to have some fodder practice, or we're going to do some skeet shooting, and let's use these Russian pilots as skeet, and we'll just shoot them as they fall down because they're helpless. So in the rules of war, so to speak, you don't shoot at paratroopers. Now, if a paratrooper is shooting at you, then you can shoot back. But I mean, I'll be honest, if I'm in a combat zone and a bunch of people are coming down, as soon as they hit the ground, they're going to try and kill me, I'm going to kill them before they hit the ground. Okay? Call me a non-oath taker, a mean guy, I don't follow rules, call me a cowboy, whatever. But if you're going to hit the ground and start shooting me and try to kill me, I am not waiting for you to hit the ground. Now, according to the Geneva Convention, of course, when I was active duty, and all other people in the military would never do something like that because we have these stupid rules. Let's see. Jet pilot was dead, shot dead while falling. People were yelling Allah Akbar. I'm getting real tired of people saying Allah Akbar is just God is great. Why do you make it a bad thing, Rick? Why are you picking on Muslims? You know, you don't understand what Allah Akbar is. Look, what I understand is every time I see a damn raghead shooting, killing, beheading, burning, raping women, tearing up a country, blowing themselves up, they're yelling Allah Akbar. Okay? Aloha snack bar. I don't care. They're yelling it, therefore I know what it means. You, as a dumbass liberal, no common sense, can think it means God is great. Okay? So when somebody cuts somebody's heads off and they're yelling God is great, Rick, that's just a term of their religion, of them expressing themselves and their love for God. You're an idiot. So they were yelling Allah Akbar as they were beating and kicking and killing the prisoners. Then these are just the headlines on the Drudge Report. I'm not reading you the actual things. Moscow denies airspace violation. The problem with airspace is when you got a conflict, sometimes when you're going really fast on an airplane, or if you're getting shot at or whatever, when you make a turn, your turn isn't necessarily going to stay in a parallel line with a border. If this is my border and you're making a turn and you get in an air fight or you lose or you're getting shot at or you're trying to avoid a missile, all of a sudden you need to make a U-turn. You may come around this a little bit. Well, technically, you're in this person's airspace and they have a right to defend themselves. Now, normally there's a protocol of so many warnings. You're in our airspace, please divert. You send up another aircraft, you make sure their radio hasn't gone out. You communicate with another plane, hey, land. There's things that you can do besides just shooting them down, especially when you're not being attacked. So Turkey shooting this plane down, there's a little bit of an issue with that. Did we do it? I don't know. Did we give them the okay? They're in the NATO. It puts Russia and it puts us in a bad situation. And then on the same day, when one of our missile or law rockets are used to take down an aircraft, a helicopter of the Russians, and we're arming the people that the Russians are supposed to be fighting, and the U.S. is saying, well, the Russians not really fighting ISIS. They just want to back, the Syrian leader. And Russia's saying, hey, we're trying to take out the rebels that you're arming because they're trying to take out a legitimate government and they're fighting with ISIS or they're fighting for ISIS, so we're taking them all out. Well, look, it's all convoluted. The truth lies somewhere in the middle, so what do we know? We just know what the dumb reporters tell us. We don't get any non-biased or correct information. Of course, Turkey's saying Moscow planes violate airspace. Putin is putting out a flight path. Another article, Putin rages, it was a stab in the back. NATO serves Islamic states. So NATO, of course, wants to get all the friendly Muslims, Islam, religion on our side. Putin's warned of serious consequences. Obama pokes at Russia, saying that, this is Obama. Mister, I can't control the border. Come on in and invade the place. We don't care if you're terrorists, whatever, come on in. Oh, you're Syrian? Oh, and you want to kill us? And that's where ISIS is from and originated, and you're from there, and you want to flee there, and it's only men of fighting age fleeing, and you left your women and children. You're such outstanding individuals because you yell Allah Akbar that we're going to bring you into this country with open arms. But we can't help our vets and we can't secure our own damn border. But Obama today gets on the news and says, Turkey has a right to defend their borders. Amazing. I mean, the guy just lies so ridiculous. He's a psychopath. I don't know what he is. He's freakazoid. Let's see. NATO chief urges calm. The thing lasted. World War III trends online. Everybody's talking about World War III. It's easy to talk about World War III. And it's kind of cool. And it's kind of like, oh, we're worried and we should get along. You know what, people? If people start lobbing nukes and we get in with a two-power, because sooner or later, two bullies on a block are going to fight. Okay? And you got the U.S. with a big bully, and we've got our block, and we've been poking people for a long time. Russia's got their bully, and sooner or later, those two are going to bump heads, and neither one's going to want to back down. So you can say, oh, World War III would be bad. Most people don't understand what war is about, and you got no clue how bad it's going to get. If people start dropping nukes or threatening nukes, or even if we get into a conventional world war, it's nasty. I mean, I did another video. How many people were killed in war? Like 80 million people in World War II died from famine, railroad systems, electricity, disease, killings, bombings. 80 million people. People are like, it's cool right now, type, uh-oh, World War III. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're worried about World War III, but we're going to elect weak-ass leaders who are bringing in Muslims by the dozens and truckloads, sneaking them in, bringing in illegals across the border with no checks, totally destroying our infrastructure, totally allowing the enemy behind our lines so they can sabotage us from the rear, and then people are going to worry about, oh, we got World War III, man, that's kind of dangerous. You know what? There's consequences to your decisions. You liberals that want to vote for all this bullshit about screwing the military, screwing your vets. If I saw a young guy now, there's no way I would tell him to join our military. I would not join the military. I would not fight in this military under the leadership of our weak social experiment bullshit regime that we got going on right now. So I don't know how they're keeping people coming in. Probably all the Syrian Muslims are joining the damn military now, so we'll have their own jihad in the military. All right. so let's see here. Now, again, I'm just going on the headlines here on Drudge. This Drudge report, if you have this, I mean, the headlines are just, it's just amazing. Rubio, yeah, Paris, supposedly went to the scene of crime. French push back. Oh, the French. Broad sweeps of suspects after attacks. Concerns over liberties. Well, gee, that's a shocker. Because for years, Americans have been saying, once government takes the guns, they can do what they want and suspend civil liberties anytime they want, because the citizens can't defend themselves and they can't stop the government. So once the government gets guns from the people, they can do what they want. Now France is suddenly concerned about civil liberties. Well, you know what? When you only give government the guns, government gets to choose when and how they use the guns. They get to choose what other freedoms they give you. They get to choose what freedoms they take away. So you're worried about the cops coming and violating your civil liberties in France? Maybe if you're people at guns, the government would be like, you know what, we don't want to be going to houses because every time we do, people are shooting us and we're losing a lot of cops and government's getting smaller. And we don't have enough government to go trade one for the people. Unless we grow government like the liberals want to where it's over 50%. And that way then we can have communism, they can just take over all the people because the people can't fight back because we got one-on-one. But as long as you keep government substantially smaller than the public, if the public gets together, they can stop government because government can't trade one for one. And they don't have to worry about one for one if they get rid of the guns. It's for the kids. We got to keep the children safe. Let's get rid of the guns. Has nothing to do with government growth and power. Freaking idiots. All right. I mean, there's just so much going on. Anti-terror, police raids, hotels, town panics. Let's see, man. There was a couple other things on here. Paris. Russia deploys missile cruiser off Syrian coast. Ordered to destroy targets posing danger. Okay, you know what that means? That's code for Russia saying, you shot down one of my planes. I'm putting superior naval and air power at your border. And if your planes come near my planes, we're going to blow your planes out of the sky. How you like that? Now that's what Putin has said. Now people are going to read this and go, oh, well, gee, isn't that nice? Putin's putting a boat over there to fight ISIS. No, that's a serious, clear message to Turkey that if you shoot down one of my planes, if you guys even look like you're looking at one of my planes, I'm taking you out. And my guys have got orders, and now I've got a missile cruiser off your coast. How do you like that? Let's see, worldwide travel alert for Americans. Well, there's a shocker. Okay, let me guess, all you liberals out there, for all the peaceful Muslims, who do you think is threatening American travelers? Is it Christians? Is it Jews? Is it atheists? Who could be threatening? Why would our State Department have to put out a worldwide alert for American travelers? I just don't understand it. It can't be the peaceful Muslims or you're a racist. So who is threatening American travelers that our State Department has to put out a worldwide alert? Okay, you got to use your head there. I see all these liberals right now, their screens are smoking, their two brain cells are burning up. What does he mean? It can't be the Muslims, they're peaceful. I wonder who's after us. I wonder who's after us. You idiots. I mean, go to the Drudge Report and read the headlines. It's just freaking amazing how much is going on in the world right now. And it's all related to liberalism. And liberalism is feeding and making radical Islam, peaceful Muslim, religion of peace, Allah Akbar. They're given the ability to do what they're doing. Don't think for a minute that they would be doing that without the liberal progressive agenda saying, we don't need military, we need to be tolerant, we need to be accepting, we need to give free shit so we can have these people that hate us come over here and destroy our schools and destroy our culture and destroy everything about our country. This is all liberals' job, is to destroy anything good. And I got some liberal arguing with me on one of my sites about how I don't understand Muslims. Let me just ask the question that I ask every time. Please, one of you friendly, peaceful Muslims, answer this. Give me one country that liberalism started, prospered, grew, and lasted. Just one. Just give me one country that liberalism started, grew, and was successful. You can't, because it doesn't exist. The only way liberalism and their progressive free shit take from the working to give to the lazy, poor, refugee, for the kids, for the college, for the social experiment, for communism, socialism. The only way that happens is when you can take from others who work. And most people who work are not liberals. They want free shit. They want free education. They want free medical. They want free cars. They want free transportation. They want free from everybody, and they have no clue where it comes from because they don't work. So the people who are working and paying taxes and having 3/4 of their income stolen by the government to pay for all the liberal ignorance is the only way liberalism exists. Okay? So I hear all this crap about, oh, you just don't like liberalism, you don't understand liberalism. Just give me one country where liberalism started it with all their great ideas, grew, made something, and became something great. It doesn't exist. It's never existed. And it's never going to exist. Because liberals can't figure out that history repeats itself and you don't learn from it. And history tells us that liberalism never works. Go to the Drudge Report, read all these things. I mean, there's like 10 others. The world is in a crazy mess right now. You know, it's just amazing. It's getting worse. Is this a panic? Are we in war? I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really make shit to me what happens. If World War III starts, whatever. I mean, they're going to get blown up in a nuke, or I'm going to be one of the ones surviving and then fight my own damn government in order to protect myself from whatever. I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter. I don't have kids or grandkids that I got to worry about leaving something to, but all the parents, do you know that liberalism wouldn't exist without women? Mainly moms. I mean, the Liberal Party is a huge part of women and moms who only think about emotion, and anytime you put a kid in front of them and go, it's for the kids. If we had more money, we could make the schools better. If we gave the kids at school free lunches, we could feed them better. We could make them eat better. If we did this, if we taught this, if we program you dummies by the government, somehow we'll make it great. And as long as you show a kid being helped, the liberals are all for it. Even though it makes no sense and it destroys their future and it destroys our country. I do not see how a parent, anybody with a child, could not understand that liberalism is the death of a country, society, and culture, and yet they still promote it, vote for it, and think it's a good idea, and they claim to care about their kids and grandkids. I just don't get it. All right, so welcome to World War III's trending, whatever. Bring it on. Milan LeBay, come and take it. We'll end up there.